Are you unsure what to charge for a paid diagnostic review? Maybe you're afraid of pricing too high and scaring off clients, or pricing too low and giving away your value. Well, you're not alone. Knowing your value and charging for it can feel intimidating, especially when you're just starting out. Hi, I'm Veronica Wasek, the Unstoppable Introvert here at 5 Minute Bookkeeping, and I help virtual bookkeepers to build the business and life of their dreams. When I first started offering diagnostic reviews, I was terrified to charge for them. I had so much self-doubt. I thought, who would pay me just to look at their books? And I wasn't actually doing any bookkeeping work yet, so I just thought, well, I'll just be pointing out the problems. I felt like I had to prove my value by doing something tangible. I worried that clients would think that I was just trying to take advantage of them or that they just ghost me as soon as I mentioned the fee. I convinced myself that maybe offering it for free was the only way to get clients in the door. But deep down, I knew I was providing a valuable service. I was saving clients hours of frustration, showing them where things had gone wrong, and giving them a clear path to getting their books cleaned up. Still, I needed that push. So I wrote a little script on a yellow sticky note and I stuck it on my laptop. I kept reading it over and over until I had the courage to say the words to myself, "Yes, I charge for this." And guess what? Clients said yes. That changed everything for me. So how much should you charge for a paid diagnostic review? Let's break it down. Pricing a diagnostic review depends on a few key factors. Number one, the number of years or months to review. Are you looking at a single month or several years of records? A 1-month review might be a quick check, while 3 years of back data is significantly more time and detail. Generally, your price should reflect this. Number two, number of entities. Are you reviewing one business or multiple entities under one owner? Each entity adds more complexity, more accounts, more transactions, and more things that could go wrong. Charge accordingly. Number three, revenue size. A business making $50,000 a year likely has a simpler setup than one making $5 million. Larger businesses typically mean more accounts, more transactions, and more room for messy bookkeeping. You can use the business's revenue to get a general idea of how complex their books might be. Number four, niche or complexity. Some industries are more complex than others. If your client is in e-commerce, real estate, nonprofit, or construction, for example, you'll need more time to diagnose issues with their workflows, app integrations, and categorization. Charge more for niche-specific complexity and integrations. Simplifying your pricing. I spent many hours stressing over how much to charge for a diagnostic review. I wanted to be fair to clients, but I also didn't want to underprice my work. I developed charts and spreadsheets trying to account for every possible scenario so I could calculate that right price. But this process was too time-consuming and ultimately it wasn't sustainable. Eventually, I realized that I needed to simplify the process, not just for my sanity, but to make it easier to sell the diagnostic reviews confidently. Before I share my simple pricing process, do me a favor and show your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And remember to tap that notification bell so you never miss an update. So how did I simplify my pricing? Well, I developed 2 pricing structures. One was based on annual revenues. The other based on the number of months being reviewed. That gave me a clear, repeatable way to quote diagnostic reviews quickly and consistently, and it gave clients the confidence that my pricing was structured and fair. Let's take a look at pricing a diagnostic review based on revenues. The amounts I'm showing are in US dollars. The pricing chart includes 2 pricing tiers. The pricing for Tier 2 is higher. You may use the pricing in Tier 2 for more complex situations. Up to $500,000 in annual revenues, for Tier 1, you would charge $150 to $300, and for Tier 2, $300 to $500. For $500,000 to $1 million in revenues, for Tier 1, you could charge $300 to $500. For Tier 2, $500 to $750. For revenues over $1 million, for Tier 1, you could charge $500 or more, and for Tier 2, you could charge $950 or more. Now let's take a look at pricing a diagnostic review based on the number of months being reviewed. For up to 5 months, for Tier 1, you could charge $200, and for Tier 2, $400. For up to 9 months, you could charge $400 for Tier 1 and $600 for Tier 2. For up to 12 months, for Tier 1, you could charge $600 or more, and for Tier 2, you could charge $800 or more. Ultimately, it's your decision how much you will charge, so use this chart as a starting point and charge what makes you feel comfortable. Your pricing should reflect the time, effort, and expertise it takes to do a proper diagnostic review. Don't be afraid to charge for your knowledge. That yellow sticky helped me to take the leap, and you can too. Check the description below for my free resources and online academy for virtual bookkeepers. Make sure to sign up for my free Smart Review checklist where I show you how I check my clients' books in just 15 minutes. Now that you have a sense of how to price your diagnostic review, you may be wondering how to offer the paid diagnostic review to clients and what to say so that you can compel them to sign up for your services. Check out this next video where I show you how to sell a paid diagnostic review to clients without feeling salesy.